Georgia Fortunato.
I'm Bethany.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Rita. I'm Miriam.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Ann.
Hi, Kim Hamilton.
Laura Hirsch.
Megan Graham.
Grace Diaz.
Lee Gaspar.
Shilpa Knight. Zalda Collins. Donna Preet-Goon.
Amanda Simino.
Mary Reynolds.
Sue Turcotte.
Brenda Beauregard. This is my partner.
Cristina Michelena. Jennifer Vecchio.
I am Miriam Shallcross-Smith.
And I am Amy Shallcross-Vogel, and we're mother and daughter in business.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Hello there and welcome to Women's Business. My name is Dr. Miriam Shallcross-Smith, known to most as Dr. Daycare. I'd like to welcome you to my mentoring program designed to educating our community on issues facing working women. We're speaking to our guests in the area of art, science, education, law, medicine, marketing, politics, retail, military, and of course, all about women's business. The goal is to show, provide information that comes only from personal experience of being in business as a woman, and to pass this information down to our own daughters, nieces, neighbors, friends, and family. Much of the content will relate to the guest speaker and their profession, what they learned about the process of being in a business, and what they wish they knew before they began their journey. Always lessons to be learned. Since women's owned business is the fastest growing sector in our economy, our guests will close what she'd like to pass on to the viewing audience. And once again, thank you for watching Women's Business. My guest today is Bethany Mascena Tracy from Potential Marketing.
Yes,
So,
hi, how are you?
We good. 10 years it's been since you've been on the show.
Yes, it's been a while,
So excited when Bethany, my marketing, before it was Bethany, my marketing director, brought you on, and then Rebecca had said to me, guess what, there's a woman who was on the show who wants to come back. I go, Rebecca, that's absolutely wonderful. Yes, someone's asked us to come back on, so fantastic. So your career hasn't changed much, really.
Well, I've always been in some form of marketing. At the time, I think last time I was on, I owned my own business, and I had designed a line of handmade greeting cards that I was selling throughout New England at different gift shops. So I've transitioned out of the product business, and now I'm fully service.
Yeah, which that part you kind of had to market too. So fully service. So tell me why you jumped over.
Well, at the time, I had been right in the early years of having kids, having babies, and having a product business, a product-based business, was very demanding on the turnaround.
Okay.
We did all customized cards for a gift shop. So if there was a gift shop off on the Cape, we would design a customized set of greeting cards that then they would sell with their town names. It was very touristy type thing.
Seen them, yeah.
And what happened was the morning my youngest daughter, who's now 9, was born, my husband came back to the hospital later that day with my older daughter, and it was a big reunion of the whole family, and he leaned over and he goes, "You just got a fax from XYZ store on Cape Cod.
And you need to make..."
It was May 7th, and they wanted them before Memorial Day. I had a newborn. I was like, oh my gosh. So we got it together. We had an inventory. We were able to pull it off. But at that point, I realized, what's most important is for me to be here with my kids and to have the time and have a little more flexibility.
Yeah, it's funny how those things in life, such a big transition in families, and it can kind of put your feet back on the ground and say, okay, where am I really going with this? What is this all about?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but you did pull the order off with my gosh.
Well, I back ordered a couple things and got them to him before the 4th of July, but I can't attest to my sanity during that time.
And I bet whatever, 6 months, a year before that, you were looking for these orders,
Yeah.
That's what drove your marketing piece to get them.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden one day you have an infant in your hands, and the order comes in, you're like, oh my God.
And it was a good customer
There's no
too.
decision. It's my family. It's my family first. That's cool.
Right,
It's
definitely.
a good birthday story, actually.
Yeah, good birthday story. That's right.
Speaking of birthdays, today my daughter's 37th birthday.
Aw, happy birthday.
That. Yeah, pretty cool, my baby, so it's pretty neat. So now you raised your family, and at that point, your transition over to the marketing aspect.
So throughout kind of the last 10 years, 10 to 12 years, I've always kind of looked to what I can do to use my talents to help other people and to have that work with my family and our work-life balance. You know, so I feel like that was kind of a key turning point for me with potential greeting cards. So that was the official name of the company originally, was Potential Greeting Cards. And I transitioned out of that, and I was able to sell off most of the business.
I was just going to ask you, what did you do with the business that you created?
Yeah. Well, my husband will say that I kept quite an inventory in our basement because we just moved, and we did move a big box of greeting cards. Yeah. But it's smaller than it used to be because I send those greeting cards.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're nibbling down on the cards.
Yeah. Do you know anyone with a pet birthday? That's really what I need to get.
Okay. We could put that on my Facebook.
Yes, something.
Just send them right.
Yes, that's right. That's
right. I do know some people who have pet birthdays.
Yes,
I do.
Yes. So I whittled down the inventory and then really made that shift into working with business owners, since I had been a business owner and had really known what the struggles were with starting your own business and being a female entrepreneur and being a mom and juggling that and having a meeting that you really need to be at 3 o'clock, but you really need to be there to pick the kids up, and how you balance all of that.
If you could give me some insight on how to balance all that, this woman, this Dr. Daycare lady, would be very happy. People ask me that all the time, and I don't really have an answer.
Yeah.
It's like, really, it's difficult because when you're in your own business or you're promoting your own business, things can turn around in every which way. When you go in and you punch in at 8 and leave at 5, your whole life is just, I think, such a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So give me some struggles you had and tell me how you balanced it, because your training me is just peaking.
Oh, well, I'm flattered. You know, I think the biggest struggle is that I really would check out of the business at 3 when the kids were home. I really try to, I mean, I love to cook. So I would really try to cook dinner and get like a meal on the table. At some point I did let that go for the 7 nights a week.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. And, you know, I give myself a little forgiveness if some days I do pick up the rotisserie chicken and do the frozen veggies. But then other nights, you know, I'm inspired and I make a kung pao shrimp, and it's great. You know, it just depends on what the day is, and I try to be forgiving of myself, of whatever the day holds and whatever decision we have to make in order to really sit down at the table together. That's important to me and my husband and my family.
It's a great value for your family.
Yeah. So I feel like I do, you know, those are kind of the truths I hold, that I want to be there when they get off the bus, and I want to make dinner or have dinner with them as many nights as possible. What the struggle is then, if the work's not done at 3 o'clock, after they go to bed, I'm back online, and I might be up until 2 o'clock in the morning finishing something up, because that's the time that I have.
Exactly.
So
how old are your children?
Now they're 9 and 12.
Okay, good ages, so they can kind of walk and talk and tie their shoes and have a conversation with you and tell you what they want and they don't want. It's great ages, you know.
Yeah. Well, the 9-year-old always wants me to cuddle at night, which is very cute. She always wants me to cuddle because she knows that I'll have undivided time with her to talk, just her and I. My 12-year-old is a big girl now.
Tween.
She's babysitting, and so she has a little more freedom. So we're trying to encourage that. As my husband says, the trouble with raising strong, independent girls is you're raising strong, independent girls.
Say that again. I like that.
The trouble with raising strong, independent girls is that you're raising strong, independent girls.
And they turn out to be strong, independent girls.
They're strong, independent women, that's right.
Absolutely, woman, absolutely, thank you. Absolutely, and that's very hard for a lot of people to take, isn't it?
Yeah. It's exciting, but it can be challenging.
It's challenging to their environment, not challenging to them, you as parents, not challenging to them as women that grow up, but challenging to a lot of other people in the world.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Little girls that take leadership roles and
I love it.
Take authority in situations it's not expected necessarily. My girls are both Girl Scouts, which I believe.
Oh, and I love Girl Scouts.
I love Girl Scouts too. So, you know, I believe that definitely has given them a great foundation to take leadership roles and take risks and be confident in their skills.
Yeah, I know when I was raising my daughter at a very young age, I would say to her, you know, look, God bless the uncles. We'll blame it on the uncles. Like, if Uncle Johnny wants to give you a hug or a kiss and you don't want it, it's okay to say no. And the first day she said that, like the whole family, of course it'd be a holiday when you all get together, the whole family like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, this is her choice, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And so as you say, strong, independent woman,
Yeah.
supporting the girls, the world's got to be ready for all that. And
Yes.
sometimes in 2000, almost 16, sometimes I still don't think we're ready for it.
I
you
know, I
But
know,
I'm proud that you said
unfortunately.
that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
They probably get that straight from your strength.
Well, hopefully
Yeah, I
they
feel
do.
that. I totally feel that. Cool.
Well, my husband's good too for you know their confidence, and he's always boosting them up. So I feel like it's definitely a team. If I
sure
didn't
is.
have that, I don't know what I would do.
That's
You know, I
huge.
wouldn't be able to kind of carve out the life that we have for ourselves, and the career that I have. I wouldn't be able to have without his support.
Support's amazing. Parenting is a great team effort, I'll tell you. It
Yeah,
truly is.
It is. It is.
It does. So, okay, let's go back to how you get up every day and go about your day and how you get into your business. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I got that. I get that,
So
too.
if I haven't been up until 2 o'clock in the morning, then I'm up with the kids in the
You
morning.
got it, yeah.
Oftentimes I try to schedule my first meeting or whatever I need to do no earlier than 9. They get on the bus at 8:30, so it gives me just a little bit of a window to make sure that I've done everything that I need to do and I can get out of the house. So about 9 o'clock, I'm either at my desk. Or sometimes I'll go, and if I don't have a meeting first thing, I'll go out for a run first thing to kind of get that out of the way, and that feels good. You feel invigorated to get down to work. And really, I really just try to be as efficient as possible from 9 to 3. I mean, when I was in an office, I can remember going in and standing in the kitchen and chit-chatting and then having a lunch for an hour. And, I don't take an hour lunch.
I hear you. You're an entrepreneur at heart.
Yeah.
So those things, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really get to work, look at 8-hour day, really how much of the 8-hour day you're really, really working. I
Right.
totally get that. And it's just because of culture of the work environment. So I get that totally, yeah.
And
Which
you
is
want
wonderful.
to socialize with the
Oh,
people
it's
that you work
important that
with.
you do
It's
that, but no, I
important,
get
right.
it, yeah.
Right, but I mean, and I get that. I am a very social person.
Me too.
And I love to interact with people. So that's why I love being out meeting with people and helping them with their business, helping them find their target market, find the audience that they're looking for. And I do love that downtime that I get when I work at home I try to schedule it where I work at home for a full day.
Yeah.
So if I have a conference call or something, I can sweep the kitchen during the conference call on my little headset.
I get that. It's interesting too with the socialization that goes on at work. I can tell you the group of women I work with in at my home office, like they keep me updated on fashion. They keep me up to what type of jeans to wear, what type of food do you wear, what's trending. Oh my God, you guys are like better than watching television. I love it. You know? So that socialization, it's very, very important. It is.
Yeah. I try not to spend too much time on Facebook getting that socialization.
I get it. That's another whole way to socialize. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. But I have a good group of friends, and like I had mentioned about the Girl Scouts, I'm involved. I'm a Girl Scout leader.
Nice.
So my Girl Scout troop leader friends are some of my closest friends, and we definitely enjoy socializing and connecting. So I have a lot of different. I'm very close to my family, my mom. So I have a lot of people to connect with. So I feel like working on my own during the day is a great way to just kind of focus and zero in. And
works for you.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. And I make my own schedule. So if I wanted to, if I needed to be somewhere at the school one day, I could do that.
Yep.
But if I need to schedule a meeting at an off hour, then I can do that too. Because really, I do kind of control my own schedule, and I always keep in my mind what my priority is, and my priority is my family. And then I know that I'm a better mom when I'm fulfilled in my work life. Yeah. So I know that I need that. I know that is important to me, but it's important that it feeds back into, being a better mom.
Yeah, being a whole person.
Yeah.
Being the professional woman you want to be, being a wife, being a parent,
Yes.
being a daughter, all those aspects. It's a balance.
Yeah.
I love how you said you forgive yourself. That's pretty cool how you said that.
Yeah.
And really, that let it go,
Yeah.
I hear you loud and clear. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So what are your customers looking for from you? If I was a customer, what would I be looking for from you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that I have a great way of identifying who you're looking to reach, what your business is and who your target audience is. And most times businesses know who their target audience is. And it's really that they don't fully flush out how they're going to reach them. And when I say that, I mean where they work, where they live, where they play, where they socialize. You know, you really have to kind of draw a picture of who that person is, maybe give her or him a name and say, if I were her or him and I wanted to bring my kids to Dr. Daycare, then where would I work, live, and play? I probably wouldn't, you know, live in a community that doesn't have a Dr. Daycare. So that right off the bat says, okay, I'm going to live in these cities. I'm going to be a working mom. I'm going to care about these different values, right? Because this is what Dr. Daycare offers. Are this set of values? They're safe, they're cared for, they're enriched. And then I would look at kind of the extras. You know, I shop at Target, or I shop local, or you know, I'm definitely a Walmart shopper. Am I a Walmart shopper or a Target shopper? Those are kind of two different people.
I get that.
You know, do I buy my Lululemon at TJ Maxx, or do I go to Athleta and buy the high quality, high end stuff there? So you kind of start to draw a picture of who your target market is, and where they shop, where they live, where they play. And then you can look at how to reach those people where they already are. You don't necessarily want to take them away from what they're doing. You want to be in front of them when they're already thinking about making a purchasing decision.
So tell me how you do that. It's very interesting.
I literally draw a picture of the person. I literally say, this is her name. This is what she looks like.
Yeah.
This is when she gets up on Monday morning, what she does. I worked very closely with a good friend of mine who had a women's running and yoga program. And, you know, the reality was this woman got up and exercised every day.
Yep.
She loved it, and she bought the clothes, and she loved the clothes, and she was committed to it. So we had to draw a picture of where that woman might shop. And she probably shopped at Lululemon and Athleta versus maybe buying her exercise clothes kind of willy-nilly because she was committed to her fitness. That was the target audience. So you really want to draw that picture.
Wow.
You know, she was a Starbucks coffee drinker versus a Dunkin' Donuts coffee drinker. You know, we were drawing a picture. We were also trying to define a market that was more the Nordstrom's market versus the Walmart market. So you really want to define that too. Like, do you want to be the Walmart of your industry, or do you want to be the Nordstrom's of your industry? And then you can start to separate out where they're shopping and what they're doing and what their patterns are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly. It's like writing a book.
Oh, well, maybe someday.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. I love to think about where your customers live, work, and play, where they are, so I can help you reach them.
So then you figure that out, where they work and play, and how do you reach them?
Well, then you look at what the different advertising options are in that area. Yeah. So and that could be anything, you know, from TV and radio.
Radio, direct marketing, Facebook, the whole bit.
Yep. I actually just partnered with a publishing company that's doing local, very specialized monthly newsletters for private communities. And that's a really great way to reach that audience too. They're very private people. And so it's a great way to be able to kind of get in and build your brand and your company reputation within that very exclusive kind of community in that market that otherwise has kind of turned themselves off to marketing. Yeah. So that's
Do you think people are getting turned off to I call it internet marketing, Facebook marketing? Is it getting old? I mean, I remember one time I'd go in and just sit and read it all. Now, like, I'm just like deleting it.
Yeah, well...
Do you think some of the things that, you think it's like a cocktail, a little bit of this, a little bit of that? Like, what do you think? Like,
I have so many thoughts on that subject,
really?
Frankly, yes.
As an owner, sometimes it's hard to make a decision how we're going to put our budget, you know?
Well, I think I was just having a conversation with another businesswoman this morning. How I think simple is better, and I think that people are really overwhelmed and inundated with marketing messages. You know, it used to be when I was first working right out of college, it was that a consumer had to see your message 6 times in order to kind of understand that they've seen it, digest it, and then make a decision as to whether or not they were going to be interested in it and buy. Now it's like 36 times. I mean, you have to see somebody's message so many times because you're just bombarded.
We are bombarded, absolutely. I actually went to a marketing seminar 2 weeks ago, in which about the workshop I was in, we're talking names, and someone just said, well, you got the right name for your business, Dr. Daycare.
Yeah.
We know what you do. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, before I chose that name, I made sure what I was going to do was going to be the name. Because it's so difficult when you see a name and it's like, what do they do?
Yeah.
And some people don't even want to go to the next line to find out what they do.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
amazing.
I agree.
Time is like, as
I
much as
agree.
the internet has changed our lives, it's changed our lives in so many other aspects too, because you want your answer immediately. The minute you're on the second or third click, you're done. You're done. Or most people I know are done.
Yeah.
It's got to be right there instantaneously. So.
And I do think that businesses still need to brand themselves in their with their target audience. That you know, people are going online to find what they need, but I think that businesses need to have that name recognition, which can be very, very hard for small businesses.
Hard, very hard.
And really, it takes consistency. So once you know your target and once you've defined what she or he looks like, then you have to be consistent about being in front of them day in and day out. You almost can't take a break. I think Facebook and social media really is the great myth of marketing. You know, people, oh, it's free. It's free. Anybody can set up a Facebook page. It's free. But in order to do it right, it takes so much time and energy. And you can't just sell at people. You can't just shout what you want to sell to them. You have to create that relationship. That's what social media, we just talked about that. Exactly. I get my relationship fix on social media. That's what social media is about.
Yes.
So you have to create that content that's going to connect your audience with your brand for that brand recognition.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard. And it costs a lot more in people power.
I was going to say people power. The consumer. My marketing director is amazing, and she just sits behind her desk all day, and it's amazing what she can get out there. Yeah. And it's interesting. I have my own Facebook page just under Mary Shallcross Smith, and I'll put something out there. I travel over the world, so I'll put something out there. I travel. I try and keep very travel, very educational. I don't get into personal things per se. And then sometimes you look at the end of the day or whatever, and you might get 30, 40, 50 hits. I'm like, geez, interesting. And then just recently, my husband and I and the 3 grandkids did a turkey dance, a funny little turkey dance, and put on a video and put out there.
Oh my gosh.
It's like up to 750 views. I'm like, oh my God, like 750 people. And you wouldn't be surprised where you go. Actually, I went to that marketing meeting. They go, Marianne, why would you put that in on YouTube? We're still laughing. It was like, you know, be the turkey. I had a turkey on my head. But, you know, I got 750 people to look at that unexpectedly. You know what I'm saying? They realize behind closed doors, I'm a grandmother. I am a grandmother behind closed doors, and I love doing that, you know. So but it's marketing is a constant piece of a business. It is. Wow.
Yeah. And that's actually why I named my company Potential. Because it's about what your potential is. Originally, it was about my potential. It was about, because it was my own business and my potential to create something beautiful and share that with people through my greeting card and invitation business. And I never gave up the name because I really still felt like I was helping people and businesses
reach their potential.
Yeah.
It's got a very, very, very catchy way you're looking at it. Very, very different type of views. Yeah. So what do you find, is there ever a day in your life that was a really bad day and how you pulled it around?
Yeah, you know, I mean, any day can be a bad day, right? Any day you can wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And, you know, I've definitely had days where I've woken up and it's been, I don't know that I can do this again. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do all of this in one day. You know, and just so stressed and feeling so anxious about what is to come. But at the end of the day, you know, I do believe in the power of prayer. And so I do, you know, kind of sit back and just take a deep breath. And you had said, let it go. When I said, you know, kind of forgive myself. But I feel like let it go, let God is definitely a good phrase to keep in mind. I feel like that can help kind of calm my nerves. And you know, at the end of the day, what is this to eternity?
Exactly.
Not
even a dust drop, you know. And it's interesting how we all do that piece of ourselves. And let it go is, to me, is like let it go, let the universe take over. And if sometimes let the power of the universe just take over, let it go, let God, same type, whatever you want to put in that. It honestly, it works. It just totally works. I think they get the message, and wherever the message goes, it's going to work to your favor. I've learned that. Once we do trust ourselves to let go too.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
A huge piece. That comes with a lot of wisdom and a lot of being
Yeah.
Really understanding self, you know.
I really believe that God has us in this place at this time, whether or not it's a vocation or anything. I mean, I'm in this place to help other people with their businesses, which is important to their families and their lives. And this is important to my family and my life, and that's what I believe I'm here for. So
it's almost like through your marketing, you become almost like a business coach, because I think the number one front end and once is get the customers in. But how do you get the customers in? You get the customers in by a marketing aspect, which is huge. All the money in the world you can keep paying out, but if you don't bring what you need through a marketing media, you could lose your business. You really could.
Definitely.
Big community. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably have a couple of minutes. Is there anything I did not talk about or ask a question that you want to bring up?
Oh my goodness, we talked about so much.
I know,
this was just like sitting at your kitchen table.
It is, it truly is. Actually, I think the next Rebecca and Aria, thank you to my camera person and one behind the scenes here. They're going to be giving me a whole new decoration here. I think we should make this a kitchen table.
Yes,
that'd
be great.
It really is just like talking in your kitchen. That's why I love doing this show.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So any particular thing you might want to say that I didn't ask?
So I just feel like that you need to trust yourself. As a new businesswoman, as a young businesswoman. I feel like, you know, I do think trust yourself, follow your gut, and really carve out the path that you find most fulfilling. You know, don't always kind of just go what's already been pre-assigned for you, or just assume that you have to take that 9-to-5 job in an ad agency. You can kind of create the life that you want to create just by following your own gut instincts and knowing what you're good at, knowing what your talents are, and sharing them with other people, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, the rest will follow. And I also believe, because a lot of people ask me this question as I go on in life, like, well, you know, I really tried this, but it didn't follow. But you got to put your whole self into it. And I hate using, you got to work. You got to work. It's just not going to say, oh, follow me. No.
Well,
there's a whole aspect of working it.
Yeah.
Marketing it, getting it out there. And if you have that inner talent, people will attract you. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I would say there have been things that have not worked for me. And you've got to fail fast.
Fail fast. Whoa. That's a good
I love
lesson,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Fail fast.
Yeah, there's a whole book about it. Yeah, fail better.
I have that one, Bethany, fail fast.
Yeah.
My daughter keeps saying, Ma, you're going over it too many times. You're going to go over it too many times.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So maybe that's a good generational thing. Fail fast.
And it's okay. It's okay. And then just move on. Learn from that.
You.
Take something from it.
I hear you.
All of those things have put you on the path to where you are now.
Yes,
That's what I believe.
It's a great path.
Yeah.
Great path. Thank you so much for being a guest on Women's Business.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much.